We are in the Claudia L. Workman Wildlife Education Center, which is located on the Forks of Coal State Natural Area. This land was donated by Jack Workman in honor or memory of his late wife, Claudia Workman. There's kind of 5 parts to the education center here. Kind of the first when you come in the door is an orientation center, which has some exhibits about who the DNR is, what their agency does, and just about the state natural area, what's here maybe, a trail map on it. And then probably one of the first things people will notice is there's about a 1,500-gallon aquarium. Also, there'll be 3 cages that have reptiles or amphibians native to West Virginia in it. And then there's one area that deals with wildlife management, and basically wildlife management success stories. Animals that were either totally wiped out of West Virginia or almost wiped out of West Virginia, and then were brought back through scientific wildlife management by the DNR. And then there's another area on the other side that deals with habitat management, how the Division of Natural Resources manages habitat for wildlife. And there's kind of 3 islands or dioramas there. First one deals with an area that's just called early succession, right after maybe a timber cut or right after a fire or something, what animals might live in that type of habitat. Then the second island is talking about a young forest, maybe 10 to 15 years after a clear cut or a fire or something. Finally is a mature forest. And there's also an area basically dedicated to bird watching that looks out the back. The whole back of the building is basically covered with windows, so you see out the trees. Trying to make it interactive as possible, especially for little kids. There's a place with 2 binoculars that are tethered, and they can pick up the binoculars and try to see if there's any birds or anything they might want to look at, a tree out there or a squirrel or something. And also talking about pollinators, the importance of insects particularly, sometimes like hummingbirds, bees, and there actually will be a honeybee hive, observation hive that people can see from the inside there. But there's also miles and miles of trails in the property here. And so certainly after people come inside and see what's around here, we're going to encourage them to get outside and walk on the trails.